Please give a warm and enthusiastic welcome to the International President of the Association of Flight Attendants, CWA, Sarah Nelson.
This right here is a labor movement. It is we who plowed the prairies, built the cities where they lay, dug the mines and built the workshops, endless miles of railroad laid. Now we stand outcast and starving midst the wonders we have made, but the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong, 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 strong. All right. The capitalists want the most labor for the least amount of money. Labor wants the most money for the least amount of labor. Hey, be proud of that! This is our work, and the ingenuity should go in our pockets as much as the executives. She said labor built the world's palaces and generated all of the wealth, but neither spends the wealth nor dwells in the palaces. If you would only realize that you hold the whole solution in the palm of your hand, for if every industry were to simply hold up and stop working, the capitalists would yield to any and all demands. Inequality is so bad that they do have practically all of the money right now. They're even building dick rockets to go to the moon while they leave the rest of us on a burning earth. But they just have money. They don't have power. We have power. What you see right out here on the street, this is real power. Our work is everything. They are nothing without us. And when we understand our power and we understand that flight attendants and writers and actors and truck drivers and servers and computer programmers, when we understand that our power is standing together and our fight is the same fight, and an injury to one is an injury to all, then we act in our power and we take control. And when we take control, we take our share of the money.
SAG-AFTRA Executive Director, I'm reading because I want to get the title right. SAG-AFTRA Executive Director, New York Local, Labor Policy and International, Rebecca Damon. Please welcome Rebecca Damon, everyone. Put your hands together.
Thank you, Josh. SAG-AFTRA, you in the house? It is both the worst thing and the best thing this moment. The worst thing because all of these unions are being taken advantage of by their employers. Workers, this is a workers' moment. And when our fight, your fight is our fight, your fight is our fight. Just the way that they're standing with us today. The WGA is finally back at the table, not because of the WGA, but because the AMPTP, our shared employers, decided they were going to wait around for months to come back to be with the WGA. They're not yet back at the table with SAG-AFTRA, and I've got words to say for that. Workers will get respect. We're going to be here until the very end, no matter who gets a deal first. SAG-AFTRA and the WGA are going to be here together because we know one thing. New York is a union town. And this union town is so strong. Oh, yeah, we even got the hogs. Are you a Teamster? So it's an honor to be here today, but I want to keep seeing you all come out every day. And to our friends from the flight attendants, the TWU, Sarah, everybody, thank you all for being here, and I'm going to pass it.
Congressman from California's 17th District, please put your hands together for Ro Khanna.
Thank you, Josh. I love the energy here. I love the energy. You know, I was out here a couple months ago, and I got to tell you something. 108 days in, and the movement is getting bigger and stronger. More people out here, and that's because you're asking for something that's just basic common sense. It's common sense. That's why you have the solidarity with the great Sarah Nelson and the flight attendants and the transportation workers. And I represent Silicon Valley. I understand all this technology stuff. But technology is not a license for exploitation. Technology doesn't mean that you get to pay people less. Look, here it's very simple. When you had a popular show in the past, when you had Friends or Seinfeld, the actors and the writers got a small part of the success. And now you're saying if you have streaming, we just want 2% of the success. But they're saying no. They're saying, no, we can't tell you how many people watch it. Give me a break. You don't think these companies know exactly how many people watch these shows? They're making millions of dollars. I know, I represent this constituency. And all we're saying is pay writers and actors a basic wage. 80% don't make $26,000 in this country. It is unconscionable to have CEOs making millions of dollars and not having writers and actors getting paid for the content. AI has no imagination. AI has no insight. This is the truth. AI has no creativity. So we're not talking about, are we going to have AI shows? What we're talking about is, are we going to have less quality in our entertainment? Are we going to stop having writing that makes you think, that makes you have imagination? The American people don't want that. We want writers writing the scripts. We want actors acting in the movies. And that's what this is about. I'll end with one point. I was telling Sarah, I was just back from a delegation from India, and we were meeting one of the famous actors there, Amitabh Bachchan, and he's watching what's happening here. Because what you do, the standards you set for writers and actors in AI is going to be the standard around the world. So thank you for being out here. Thank you for fighting. Honored to be here with you.
And with them is a member of the Association of Professional Flight Attendants. Please welcome Cassie Iwinski.
Thank you so much, WGA and SAG-AFTRA, for having us here today. It's really an honor to be here. I am a flight attendant represented by for the Association of Professional Flight Attendants at American Airlines. I started my career at US Airways, represented by AFA-CWA. I am thrilled that both of those presidents are here today. I'm also a fiction writer, and I'm married to Greg Iwinski, who some of you know. He is a cabinet. He is also a member of the WGA negotiating committee, so it means a lot to be here today, especially because my career as a flight attendant started as our survival gig whenever we were two brand new writers, just married, literally started training the day after we got married. So this means a lot to be here. I'm sorry, I'm not the Iwinski who's usually behind a microphone. So. A lifeline when my family faces the financial insecurities and instabilities of late night writing. Everybody here from Appendix A knows exactly what I'm talking about. We don't get paid for boarding. You guys don't get paid for YouTube residuals. But our jobs are our lifelines, and when you haven't had a raise or a contract since 2019, that lifeline gets frayed. The AMPTP wanted to destroy writing and acting as careers and turn them into another cog in the gig economy. The WGA and SAG-AFTRA said no, they were not going to let that happen. Airline executives would love to take their cues from the AMPTP, but just like those studios, they face union power that fights for workers. Power that fought so flight attendants couldn't be fired for turning 35, or for getting pregnant, or for getting married, or for weighing more than 130 pounds, or for not being white. And those are rights won by the airline unions that are standing here today. Some of those happened in my lifetime. And now that power is taking on a company that thinks they can grind us down and spit us out and make us quit a year into the job so that they can earn their shareholders more money whenever we're the ones out there every day. We are boarding the planes, we're evacuating the planes, we are making them their money. The AMPTP didn't know what they were up against. American Airlines and the other airlines who are represented here today, they didn't know either. I think they know now.
Our next speaker is the National President of the Association of Professional Flight Attendants. Please welcome, put your hands together for Julie Hendrick.
Hello everyone, so great to be out here with all of you today. And it's really great to stand in solidarity with all of the unions that are here today. WGA, SAG-AFTRA, AFA, TW 556, CWA, am I missing anyone? Okay.
DW Local 100.
Why are we all here today? For one reason. It is because we are fighting corporate greed. That is what this is about. And I am tired of seeing it everywhere. We are all tired of it. And we are fighting back. We're all fighting for better wages, better working conditions, and definitely a better work-life balance, because that got blown out of the air here during COVID. Okay, we are not on strike yet at American Airlines, yet. Okay, we are in the middle of a strike vote. And our members were so ready to strike. Yes, they are. They were so ready to strike that they shut down our website in the first 5 minutes the vote opened. They've had enough. It has been a long 4 years with COVID. We have gone for a long time with not seeing any improvements, and it is time for improvements. Now we share with the Writers Guild and a lot of you the same issues. During COVID, the networks, the airlines, the studios, what do? They cut our staffing, okay? I know for the writers, you were at like 10 to 13 writers per season, right? Or per show. For the airlines, what did they do? They went and cut our staffing when we didn't have passengers and when we didn't have service, right? We tried to say, hey, we understand, but you need to bring them back when the passengers are back, when the service is back, and the profits are back. But did they bring them back? No! Did they bring back the writers? No! What are you down to 5 now? Right? It's the new norm. This is what these corporations are doing to make money. They're having us work harder for the money we negotiated years ago. For us, it was back in 2014 that we negotiated those wages. This is not right, and we have to change it. Let's talk about all the free labor that we give. So tell me, do you guys give free labor to the studios?
Yeah, we do.
Rewrites? Rewrites? Is that free labor? What about the flight attendants? You know how we give free labor? Every time our passengers are boarding the plane, we're not paid. We might have 4 flights a day, 5 flights a day, we're not paid. We're sitting around the airports 3 to 4 hours, we're not paid. We can have a 12-hour duty day and get 6 hours of pay. That's not right. It is time to stop this. It is time to make it right, and that's what we are doing. Right? So, last I'm going to talk about these stagnant wages that we're all living with. Okay? The networks, the airlines, they're all making billions. Okay, our airline came out 3 weeks ago. Our airline came out 3 weeks ago and was proud to tell everyone how many billions of dollars they made in the last quarter. Were the workers happy? Or they call us the team. Was the team happy? No. You can go on our CEO's Instagram and you can see about 1,700 comments from our team members, which are our flight attendants, our agents, who are all not happy. Because guess who's getting those wages? Guess who's getting all of that money? It's them up there, right? They're the ones who are reaping the benefits of this. It's been 4.5 years since we have seen a wage increase. We have new hire flight attendants who have to live
who've lived in their cars when they start this job because they can't afford to pay the rent in a city like New York, Boston, Miami, Chicago, DC, LA, all the cities that are high cost of living. They can't afford it. You can't afford to be a flight attendant today. You can't afford to be a writer today. It's just not right. Our pilots get meals on our flights. The flight attendants do not. So our new hire flight attendants hope that our pilots are not going to eat that meal today so they have a meal. This is disgraceful in the world we're living in today. The networks, the airlines, they're all making billions, right? Our executives took up to a 60% bonus this year. That's not right. We got 1.3%. Pretty disgusting. So what are we going to do? This is how we're going to do it. This is a red hot labor summer for a reason. This labor movement is going to make the difference. We are all going to link arms, stand together in solidarity, and we are going to do this. We are not going to let these corporations, these airlines, get away with this any longer. So flight attendants, I know you know what the answer is to this, if you can lead everybody. Are we ready for better wages? Are we ready for better work conditions? We are ready!
Do we want them? If we don't get them, if we don't get them, if we don't get them. My name is Josh Gondelman. I am a Writers Guild of America member and strike captain. Thank you all so much for coming out to the Flight Attendant Solidarity Picket today. Fantastic welcome to the International President of the Association of Flight Attendants, CWA, Sarah Nelson.
All right. It is we who plowed the prairies, built the cities where they lay, dug the mines and built the workshops, endless miles of railroad laid. Now we stand outcast and starving, midst the wonders we have made, but the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong, 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 strong. All right. This right here is a labor movement. Shows us their real beliefs. The capitalists want the most labor for the least amount of money. Labor wants the most money for the least amount of labor. Hey, be proud of that! This is our work, and ingenuity should go in our pockets as much as the executives. She said labor built the world's palaces and generated all of the wealth, but neither spends the wealth nor dwells in the palaces. If you would only realize that you hold the whole solution in the palm of your hand, for if every industry were to simply hold up and stop working, the capitalists would yield to any and all demands. Now let's be really clear. This isn't just a democracy. This is capitalism. And right now, capitalism is controlling our politics. That's why, as awesome as Ro Khanna is and many of his friends, the policy is not going to act fast enough. Labor has to set the agenda. For 50 years, the corporate elite have been telling us we should feel lucky to have a job. But we are here to make sure that they know they should feel lucky to have our work. Look, inequality is so bad that they do have practically all of the money right now. They're even building union. And unions are the most popular idea in this country right now. There is nothing more popular than a union. And so this fight that you are taking up, this fight that we're all prepared to take up, is showing the rest of the workers what is possible when you join a union. And as Mother Jones told us, you will fight and win, fight and lose, but you must fight. And she made it very clear that labor has to set the agenda because we are the only check against unchecked corporate greed. We are the only check against unchecked corporate greed. We are it. We are it. So WGA, SAG-AFTRA, we stand with you. We're getting ready to strike just like you. And if those assholes in government can shut down the government, we're going to strike them too because we're going to take control. Our world, our power, our world, our power, our world, our power, our world, our power, our world, our power. Okay. And to the studio pigs who said the quiet part out loud about making people lose their homes before they come back to the table. About trying to make us feel so desperate that we'll settle for anything. We call bullshit, and we're gonna be here